Hey everyone, it's Kathy.
And Paul here with iDulting.
We're here to help you navigate the crazy world of adulting.
Because let's be real, it's a wild ride. We'll be dropping tips, sharing stories,
And maybe even spilling some embarrassing secrets along the way.
so get comfortable, grab your favorite drink, get ready to laugh, learn, and level up your adulting game. This is iDulting. Don't forget to like, follow, and or subscribe, and share this podcast. Head over to iDulting.com for more information and to submit questions for us about iDulting.
And maybe even pick up some of our new merchandise. And if you know any fellow adults who need some guidance, send them our way.
And feel free to share this podcast freely out there. We'd like to get our numbers up.
So just want to let you guys know that we are partnering with Dubby Energy Drinks. And if you are a person who drinks Dubby or are interested in drinking Dubby, if you go to www.dubby.gg and order Dubby, and in your discount code, type iDulting10, you'll get 10% off your purchase.
Welcome back to iDulting, the podcast that's going to make life so much simpler.
At least we hope so.
This topic's been bugging me for a while, and I wanted to do an episode, but it took me, we're going to say 25 episodes to get comfortable with what I'm about to say. It's important that people, particularly young people, educate themselves and get informed on national, world, and local events like politics and news without freaking the freak out.
Right. Young people can stay informed about world news events while protecting their mental well-being by using a few strategies.
Right. Like set boundaries on when you're going to listen to news and what you're going to do, but don't listen to just one source of news. So allocate a specific amount of time each day for checking the news. Ideally, not right before bed. Who wants to go to bed dreaming about Elon Musk fighting with President Trump?
Or earthquakes or tsunamis or things that are going on in the world. We're not saying you shouldn't know these things, but maybe don't go to sleep thinking about them.
And certainly don't wake up and check right away. Like, have your morning routine and live your best life.
Choose trusted and balanced sources. Avoid sensationalist outlets. Instead, follow reputable news sources known for balanced reporting, like BBC, NPR, and Reuters. Consider news digests or podcasts that summarize key events without the dramatic framing.
I know just what was just said. It's difficult today to find news.
Well, it's difficult to find trusted news because it feels like every news source is weighed in one way or the other. There's nothing neutral anymore.
Right, and the headlines, they're designed to just grab you. News, no matter where you get it, if you're in the United States, is part of the rating system on TV, and it shouldn't be. That encourages these news outlets to make things more attention-grabbing or less attention-grabbing and to tilt them and give their opinions. That's why we say, like BBC, I don't know if you've ever watched, or NPR or Reuters, they're more objective just about what the facts are. Doesn't mean you can't watch CNN or Fox News or Newsmax or ABC, NBC. Just means you have to keep in mind that those sources, as well as giving you the news, because the facts are in there, are also trying to grab ratings for profit. You just have to be careful with your sources. So you want to curate your feeds on social media. Unfollow accounts that induce stress and outrage.
Right. How many times has your news feed title been, so-and-so is dead? And when you click on it, it's a distant relative passed away 5 years ago. They're doing this to get your attention. It's not always accurate.
Or we all know these people, and we have them out there. Come election time, somewhere, one of your friends or someone you know through somebody else, suddenly your feed starts filling up with all this nonsense about the other side. In the book of face, you can just pause them for 30 days. I do it often. I used to get so aggravated by it, I would block people. Now I can't be bothered. I just get entertained by it. But curate your feed. Control what's in it. Follow experts, journalists, educators who offer context and constructive analysis not just those attention-grabbing headlines.
and not just their opinions. Focus on solutions, not just problems. Look for solutions journalism that highlights how people and communities are addressing issues. This can increase feelings of hope.
Balance your news with uplifting content. We both have fallen victim to this to our news feeds. Our children have actually said, like, what kind of world, what news do you read that you're getting everything about decapitated rabbits in South Dakota? And we're like, well, we have no idea. So what we have to do is intentionally go out of our way to find uplifting content and baby videos and cat videos and occasionally Bigfoot videos.
Right, because when you click on that murder article or that car crash, you'll notice within minutes the rest of your news feed has all stories very similar. It's an algorithm. They're giving you what you're looking at. So if you see something uplifting, look at it. It'll give you some more.
Oh boy, I'm about to say this. Talk about it with others. Doesn't say argue about it with others. Doesn't say force your opinion on others or have their opinion forced on you. Processing news through conversations with friends, family, and or mentors does ease anxiety, and it may help you see a different point of view. We don't have to hate each other because we have different opinions. We can learn from each other, and both of our opinions can improve.
Check in with yourself. If you notice you have increased anxiety from watching the news, take a break for a few days. Use mindfulness techniques like journaling or meditation to stay grounded. Before my smartphone, my husband would come home daily and say, "Did you see this on the news? Did you see that on the news?" And I'd say, "No, I don't watch the news because it's all bad, sad, depressing stuff."
And she would say things like, now leave me alone. I'm watching this DIY psychopath kill your friends and not get caught show.
No, that came later.
Oh.
That's when the news got really horrible, and that's all I see, that it just fell right into place.
With all of this said, and all of the drama and all the heaviness, is it worth it for young adults to be aware of national news and politics?
It is, but with purpose and balance.
This is why it's worth it. Your future is at stake. When we talk about national and world events, you need to know what's happening. Laws and policies passed today will affect your student loans, your health care, job markets, climate change, and civil rights, all of which are going to shape your life for decades. But what you have to do is find out what is under the news. What's the actual thing that's happening? Not what are the dopes on each side of the fence arguing about. What's the truth? Number two, your voice matters more than you think. Young adults are now the largest voting bloc in many countries, including the United States. Being actually informed on these topics helps you vote meaningfully and advocate for the change you want to see.
But remember, you're the most important and biggest number of voters. Make sure you get your information from a reliable source so you can make an informed decision.
It prepares you to lead. As young adults, you're going to be leading in the future. Your political awareness builds critical thinking, empathy, and civic responsibility, skills that are needed for leadership in any field.
It helps you spot disinformation. Engaging with trustworthy news teaches media literacy, so you're less likely to fall for conspiracy theories or propaganda. You won't fall for the ridiculous leading headlines, and you'll be able to form your own opinion.
It empowers you, not just overwhelms you. Being informed in a mindful way, not doom scrolling, not falling for the headlines, but being informed of what's actually going on and digging in a little bit is going to help you replace helplessness with action. Whether it's voting for something, going to a peaceful protest, volunteering to get something done for a cause you believe in, it just makes you more empowered.
It makes you have a better informed conversation. Did you ever walk into a room, people are talking about stuff, you have no idea what's going on, so you don't engage? If you pay attention to the news and the world events happening around you, you will have something to add to that conversation.
Right, and how you engage, that matters. First, you need to be informed about the actual things. If not, you look like an idiot. Can I say that? Is
Mhm.
that's fair to say? Often I hear people spout off about a news headline and did you hear what so and so did? Only to research it to find out you're talking about a 3-second soundbite from a 5-minute conversation that totally is taken the wrong way. It's a totally different thing. You don't want to aim to know everything about it. You want to focus on issues that matter most to you, whether it be climate, housing, education, social justice.
And
You
remember, take breaks. Staying informed doesn't mean staying plugged in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
and you want to avoid performative outrage. Awareness is more powerful when paired with grounded, logical thinking, not just reactivity.
And remember, we're talking about politics and world events and weather and social justice and, education, housing. Those are all on a larger scale, but it is really important to stay informed and aware of your local current events. So local decisions affect your daily life. School funding, public transportation, rent laws, policing, parks, water quality. These are decided by local governments, not federal ones. If you're feeling the impact of something in your daily life, chances are it's a local issue.
And local politics and local news is very often overlooked. It's harder to get to, it's not as well covered, but it is more accessible to you. I can tell you from a career in government that not many people pay attention to what's going on locally. And it's a shame because there's a lot of assets, just even things like your local library and the things that go on there. Understand you have a tremendous amount of more power and leverage locally. Your vote and your voice carry more weight. I've seen elections swayed by 30, 40 votes. You don't see that on a state or a national or a world stage, but you certainly do locally.
You also have an opportunity to get involved and make changes. Staying aware can lead to real action. Joining community groups, advocating for neighborhood changes, or even running for a local or board or council or office.
Getting involved has the additional benefit of getting to know the people that you live near and you get to connect with. One of the things that's a recurring theme on our show, we talk about how young adults are feeling isolated and lonely. Getting involved locally helps combat that without even realizing that you're doing it.
Jobs, volunteers, and networking opportunities are endless. Local news often highlights career fairs, city internships, local businesses that are hiring, and causes that need volunteers. Things that don't make national headlines but can shape your future.
Leads to safer, more connected communities. Knowing what's happening helps you stay safe. For example, my kids call me the weatherman because I check the weather every day, which is getting harder and harder, but I do check it every day. And it builds a sense of belonging. What events are happening locally? What festivals? What cool crap? We found a local art museum just by driving by one day and being a little curious. It does get you more connected and it helps keep your community safer.
Now, how to stay informed without the burnout. Follow your city or county on social media. Parks, police, the library, all these things are on social media.
So you've done your homework, you've caught up on local, national, and world events. What are you going to do with all this information? Subscribe to your local newspaper and use apps like Nextdoor, Patch, and Citizen to connect more locally.
Listen to short local news podcasts or radio updates on your commute while you're doing chores.
Okay, so you caught up on all this great local, national, and world events. What are you going to do with all that information?
That's an excellent question, and where real impact begins. Catching up on local, national, and world events is the first step. Here's what you can do next to make the information useful, empowering, and meaningful.
First, you want to process it and start reflecting on it. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to my community? What does it mean to my future? And am I getting angry or am I dismissive of something that doesn't matter? Like, have I taken the bait? Journaling or short voice notes can help you clarify your thoughts and avoid information fatigue. We all know, all right, we don't all know, but there's a good amount of people that know someone who sits in front of the news for a long time, and that person isn't a happy person. They're not processing it and reflecting on it. They're just taking in the negative news from all over the world. So don't just react emotionally. Try to identify themes, underlying currents, causes, and dare I say it, possibly some solutions.
Focus on what you care about. Pick one or two issues, whether it's affordable housing, climate, education access, traffic, whatever it is that you're passionate about. Get deeper. Read one long form article, watch a documentary, or follow a local expert on that topic.
We have local and national places that we have picked. Kathy and I both feel strongly about food insecurity, and we're helping out both a local charity and donating monthly to Feeding America, which is an example of we've focused on what we care about, and we're trying to change a little part of our world. If we should ever be Elon Musk rich, we would like to end food insecurity for all sorts of people and groups.
Talk about it. Bring it into conversations with friends, family, and classmates. This builds confidence, sharpens critical thinking, and helps others stay informed. So if you find a reliable news source and it's something you're passionate about, feel free to talk about it. You may get some more insight, or you may give someone some more insight. If you disagree, stay curious, not combative.
And that's where it's important, because we really do change opinions based on those conversations when they're conversations, everyone. If someone's screaming in my face, they could have the best points in the world. You know what I'm taking from it? What a jerk. You know what I'm changing from it? My distance from that jerk. That's about it. I'm not listening to anything they have to say, because as far as I'm concerned, that's an idiot.
Well, it's just not a conversation. And if you calm down and have an actual conversation, you may get some insight that you didn't have before.
Now it's time to take some civic action. What does that mean? Usually, vote, especially in your local elections. I'm telling you, 30, 40, 100 votes at most is making the difference between who's a councilman and who's not. So get out there and do your civic responsibility of voting. Contact your local officials. A well-written email or comment at a town hall meeting carries real influence. The people that are your council people and your representatives, they're people just like you are. They live lives just like you do, and they're interested to hear from you as long as it's a respectful, well-crafted message. Sign petitions, attend events, or volunteer for causes that align with your values.
Transform awareness into growth. Use what you learn to guide your career path, your habits, and your values. Support local businesses, reduce plastic use, learn about climate and tech, law and justice reform, anything that's going to help you with your values and what you're passionate about.
And remember, information is power, but only if you act on it intentionally. Even small actions, a conversation, a vote, a donation, a volunteer hour, ripple outward and change lives. Our intention with this episode is that we maybe help you just a little bit understand that it's important to stay connected to local, national, and world news. You look very uneducated and unprepared if you can't speak to it. We've all seen shows on TV where they go out and ask college students, oh, what's the name of the vice president? And we all giggle when they can't answer. So don't be that person. By the same token, you don't need to spend all day, every day, absorbing the ridiculous headlines and some of the bad news of the world. There's a balance to be had, and it's important that you find it and take action on what you're finding. Just finding it and doing nothing, there's no excuse for that. Thanks for listening.
Just remember, you've got this, iDults. Keep your head up, your spirits high, and keep adulting with us. Go forth and conquer the world, or at least your to-do list.
And don't forget to like, follow, and or subscribe. Tell your friends, share the podcast, and head over to iDulting.com for more information and to connect with us. See you on the next episode. Be safe.